got Jaxon Smith-Njigba, the wide receiver 1 in the draft. Elite prospect coming out. He outproduced Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. Rich, tell me, how high are you on Jaxon Smith-Njigba for this year?
Yeah, super high. It feels like if he'd have landed on any other roster in the NFL, he'd have potentially been a top 24 wide receiver in fantasy. But because he's landed in Seattle, everybody's suddenly casting him aside. This is a guy that is an elite prospect. Okay, 2022 didn't go particularly well. He struggled with injuries. But let's cast your mind back. 2021, on the offense with Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, who have already showed themselves to be elite wide receivers at the NFL, and Jaxon Smith-Njigba was the go-to guy. He was phenomenal. He now lands in a role where, yes, he's competing for targets with DK Metcalf. Yes, he's competing for targets with Tyler Lockett. But he is going to line up in the slot immediately from day one. This guy is an elite separator. He is going to be able to get open at will. And this offense is going to be good. Like, let's not pretend this isn't your Seattle Seahawks offense of old that's running the ball 70% of the time or whatever, and he's going to be a low-scoring, grind the game out type of offense. This is going to be push the ball downfield. You've got DK on one side, Tyler Lockett on the other, and Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to have so much space to operate underneath. I think that he's going to be an absolute target hog. And for fantasy and redraft, he's going so late, it's almost criminal.
Yeah, and people talk about the fact that he's a slot receiver and how last year the Seahawks didn't play a lot of free wide receiver sets. But these are some of the guys that they were forced to play as slot wide receivers last year. Marquise Goodwin, Dwayne Eskridge, Penny Hart, Cade Johnson, and Laquan Treadwell. They just didn't have the personality to put somebody in the slot all that time. Their offensive coordinator is Shane Waldron, who was with the Rams back in 2021 when Cooper Kupp exploded and had like the most touchdowns, receiving yards, and receptions that year. So you're telling me that Shane Waldron doesn't know how to use a pure slot receiver after seeing what Cooper Kupp did? I cannot believe that he is not craving this type of player and going back to the drawing board of his time with the Rams and going, right, well, we could run this route with him, we could do this with him, we could do that. I feel like Shane Waldron's got to feel like a kid at Christmas with Jaxon Smith-Njigba. And I know that, yeah, there might be days where he doesn't have the huge weeks, but I would absolutely bet my house on it that coming down the stretch of this season, Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to be running a route on a lot of plays, and he's going to be turning up big performances for the fantasy playoffs.